Okay, stop pretending that you are just some random human out here alone when actually you are a lifeline to all other hearts and can literally shift and heal someone's world by just existing. You have no idea how your energy, how your presence, even your face, maybe something about you that again is just so normal to you. You don't even think about it, and yet it is literally the exact medicine that someone else needs. I'm talking about the days where you're just like, not in your best energy necessarily. That could be the day where you are guided by God to again literally provide medicine, a lifeline for someone else. There's a magic about you, I'm telling you, that you just have no idea about. And you may not even end up knowing if you don't put yourself out there and allow yourself to be guided. And now today was one of those days for me where I didn't necessarily, I'm tired today. I did so much this week. I'm so proud of myself. Really, truly on a soul level. Good job, Heather. And yet today I didn't want to just stay in. I felt like, okay, I'm gonna do something. So I went to the gym, and as I was driving home, I noticed a festival happening like 2 streets down. I was like, okay, that's a great place to go to dinner. I'm sure they have something organic, it's California. So I went home real quick, got changed, showered, parked, and as I went back to the festival, I started walking around noticing, okay, it's closed. Everyone was packing up, there's nothing for me to eat there, so I was like, okay, I'm being guided somewhere else. So I went to get sushi, and as I was waiting, I was in the parking lot. And within a few seconds, I noticed this guy walking by who looked pretty disheveled, maybe like he was living on the streets. And of course, I looked him in the face, looked him in the eye, and all of a sudden I yelled his name. And I realized it's this guy that I used to know like 7-8 years ago. And I knew him as this exuberant, happy, life-filled, all the ladies loved him, like very attractive, known and loved in the community, etc. And as I caught him on the street, he did not look that way. And so when I said his name, he looked over and saw me, and he was just like, yeah, and just kept walking. And I was like, oh my God. And so I'm audacious. A normal person would be like, oh, that person obviously doesn't want to talk to me, or they don't recognize me. Let me just like be embarrassed and go about my day. No, I scream again. I don't want to say his name, but say his name's like Steven. I was like, Steven! And he just didn't look. He just kept walking. And so I took upon myself at that moment. And by the way, there was a girl who was at the restaurant outside watching the whole thing, and she watched, and she like kind of like looked at me, waited for me to get embarrassed that this guy like kind of ignored me. And I started to sprint after him, literally sprinted after him, finally caught up to him and was like, bro, are you okay? And he turned around, and clearly he was not. And by the way, bro, if you end up watching this, sending so much love to you. It was a special moment. I know you already, what's gonna be told in this story. But he did not look okay. He did not look okay. Clearly he was accusing something, living on the streets, etc. Long story short, I'm like, where have you been? Like, what's been up? And he's just like, I am not good. I am not okay. We end up talking for a whole hour. It ends up getting almost dark. I know my food is definitely ready. And the whole time, of course, I'm just being guided to say certain things where he's like, taken aback. And I can tell like, whoa, okay, that hit him. That was a good thing. Like, that was medicine. Wow, he felt that. And once we got to the end of the conversation, he was sharing how he needed this. The main thing that had been missing for him was community. He had completely lost his way. He was living on the streets. He was using a substance, and he was like, literally, this has been like my breaking point. I've been shifting, like new things have been coming through, and honestly, I ignored you because I'm like, I just need to go get my thing. I need to go get my substance. I wasn't for a while, but I was just having that breaking moment, so I was like looking for it. He's like, honestly though, I'm not gonna go get it. I'm not gonna go get it. I needed love. He's like, I needed community. I needed love. For some reason, I felt called to hug him like, I don't know, maybe 10 times. Towards the last few, I'm like, I feel like you need this. And he's like, it's been like 2 years. I can feel him crying as I'm hugging him. It's been like 2 years since I've had a real hug. He's like, oh, this changed everything for me. This, and I even mentioned too, I had seen a few of his videos over the years, and I'm like, hey, weren't you doing this? Weren't you doing this? And he's like, you saw? Yeah, wow, that made like an impact. I'm like, yes, it absolutely did. And it like lit up for him where he's like, oh my God, I'm needed. Where that was literally his message. Here I was being utilized as a conduit because Jesus kept coming through. And even recently I've been like, Jesus, I am a vessel of you. I am connected to this source. And really so many magical things have been happening through that frequency. And so of course he is like, yeah, I have been feeling called to actually share on the bridge the actual teachings of Jesus, the inclusive energy, the connection energy, the Christ consciousness. And I'm like, oh wow, I've been tapping into that recently too. And he's like, wow, there are just so many things where he's like, this is exactly what I needed. This is that code, that connection. I could just tell. I thought maybe he was on something at that time in it and like going to like start like say doing some crazy stuff when I first approached him and saw whoa, he looks the same, but he's not the same. Whoa, he does not look the same. He is still so beautiful and everything, but he's going through it. You get what I'm saying? For him to go from that state to literally a state where like he was clear, his eyes were clear, he was communicating, and it was just so pure, and he wasn't on a substance, by the way. He was just literally so deep in it. And he's like, am I gonna go back to this again? Like, this is what got me here? And he's like, no. I'm not going to. He's like, honestly, I'm gonna find some like non-denominational churches. I'm gonna start going back to what is gonna feed me, fuel me. I gave him some other places, some communities to join out here. And he was also medicine for me, where he brought through so many teachings, so many Christ teachings he had been learning, things that I honestly had been feeling into, and it was overall just so beautiful, such a divine moment to share. I have also been living alone recently and just more alone as I'm in my single era, finally, for the first time since I've been like 5 or 6 years old. And while it is really good for me, I also notice like, okay, it's kind of lonely sometimes. That is everything. That is so soul fulfilling, so much more fulfilling than someone who's not resonant or congruent with you being around all the time. No, thank you. An interaction, an experience guided by God is so much more soul fulfilling, and now I have the space for it, the energy for it, the presence for it. So while I'm trying to make that story short, I want you to know that you are so purposed, so needed. And again, I say needed in this energy not with the spiritual negative connotation of like needing something, then it's lacking. Guess what? You are needed on earth, and there are roles that you play on earth that are needed, and not a negative connotation of roles where it's like you're playing something and it's not real. No, you embody different energies, archetypes, phases, embodiments, roles in your life to bring through certain energies and to act as a conduit of God source frequency. That's what you're doing here on earth. It's not just you, okay? That's what I mean. Like, as much as you're not alone, it's not just you, you're not alone. Every person out here is feeling more like you than you realize. Yep. And you would actually enjoy and love a lot more of these people than you realize. Yep. If you connected on the heart frequency, where it's actually connecting on a soul level, yep, you would resonate with a lot more of these people, I promise, if they were doing the same to you. So it's not just you not doing it. Again, it's an everything type of thing. So not only is it not just about you in the sense that you're not alone, but also this life is not just about you. You are also here to serve, to be in service to others. That is, again, embodying the frequency of God. So please show up. Please stop hiding. Please stop hiding. Please know, again, you are needed. You are more necessary than you could ever know. And in fact, you won't even know how magical, how epic you are until you allow yourself to be open, to be out there, until you put yourself out there. And the puzzle piece that you are is important. It's so important. It's so important. Again, we need you. We need you out here on earth, okay? Get in like military. Do you see this hat? Do you see what I'm wearing today? Military, we need you out here. We need you on the field. We need you in the earth field. Do you understand? So no more thinking that you have to be perfect. You have to be in your best energy, your best state. Again, I am exhausted today. It's 11 p.m. right now. I don't record videos this late, okay? But I went and got food. I did a few things afterwards. I just got home and I'm like, I want to start sharing more of these. I could have waited for the morning, but I'm doing things tomorrow. And it honestly felt like my frequency was needed. So I should be asleep, and I will be. You don't have to be fully ready. You don't have to be even like fully alert and being like, okay, I'm open and be you, and just be interactive out there. Put yourself out there, especially if you are a hermit. Because sometimes these experiences can take 5 minutes. They can take 1 second. Maybe it's just you smiling at someone, or even someone in their car or something, and you're just like dancing, singing in your car, and they're like, oh yeah, life's good. The amount of times I have been singing just in a parking lot or in a grocery store or something, and someone comes up to me and they're like, it's so nice to hear someone singing. It's so nice to hear someone happy. And that's just me being me. That's just me actually being like, it's okay if people think I'm weird, because you have to go through that initial energy of being like, am I going to be singing this song that I have stuck in my head out in public? Yes, I am. And even if that is weird to other people, that's okay, because guess what? To the right ones, they get it. They want to sing along. So you don't have to know exactly what you're doing, what your purpose is. Your purpose, I get this question so often. What is my purpose? Your purpose is literally to be you out in life, and to also work on being your most loving, open-hearted version of yourself. It is to be that, as well as your most honest and authentic version, because that may be some form of protection for someone. There have also been situations where I am literally guided to be very masculine and harsh and intense and protect someone in a situation, or to provide something. And that's just me. I'm not saying that that's what you're even going to be called to do. Again, it could just be a smile, or you looking beautiful out at the grocery store. You did that for you. You just are you, but you look gorgeous today. You're like, yes, I'm going to wear a dress. I'm going to do my hair. And an older woman sees you and is like, oh, I am reminded of beauty. I love looking beautiful. I love feeling beautiful. And from that day on, she's like, I'm going to start wearing dresses again. And it's for her. That's medicine. That is life-changing medicine. Then when that older woman puts on a dress and she feels that dopamine, she feels that high frequency energy, she's happy, she's excited about it, she feels good that she did that for herself. That changes a life. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I took my own advice and I recorded this video and wanted to share with you this message before other messages came. And this one was put in the backpack in the back, you know, wherever it goes, it stays. But, you know, but it's past 11 p.m. and I was already tired today. But again, I'm taking my own advice. And usually when I look my least put together, I'm actually the most on point. Yep. Sometimes it requires that. That's what I'm saying too. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes when you are the least put together, you're going to be the most on point, because you're in your authentic frequency. And you're not trying to be something else. So again, like putting yourself out there too. I mean, you be you. We need you out here, okay? Thank you for existing. I love you. By the way, when I say I love you, I really mean you, because if you're listening to these words, if you resonate with this frequency, I for sure love you. I for sure will love you, 100%. I love like everyone, like pretty much everyone. If there's something off, like you will know I'm a Scorpio, but like I love everyone. So like if you really get this, I for sure love you. So I'm not just saying words, I love you. Thank you for existing.